the Pod in the City Weekly Roundup. I'm John.
And I'm Amanda. The Valley is back with season 2 with this stunning bombshell. Guys, I think Jax Taylor might be a really bad person.
Lady Gaga headlined Coachella this week, feeding the children as usual. All this while Katy Perry flopped in an area that was just far enough away to be deemed space.
And Aimee Lou Wood is having a bad week where we are torn between giving her the side eye for an alleged affair with her co-star and wanting to give her a hug for the shade SNL was throwing.
All this and so much more on this week's episode of the Pod in the City Weekly Roundup.
You're an astronaut. Oh my God. For anyone just listening, John has a flower and he's pretending like he's being an icon in space, an official astronaut.
You guys don't even understand the spiraling that I've been doing in the last couple days about this space mission.
Don't call it a ride, John. Don't call it a ride. We really did something there. We're looking into dumping our garbage into space. That sounds like
Amanda!
All right. Welcome, everyone, to the Pod in the City Weekly Roundup. And we're here today to bitch and moan. We're both having horrible mornings. So let's
I won't say they're horrible. Well, Amanda's is slightly horrible. Mine is just like all over. I've just been like, I sat down and was like, so that's basically where I'm at. It's good. I'm glad both of, you know what, Amanda and I's actual jobs. I mean, well, this is technically Amanda's actual job. We're both actually busy, which is great. That means we're like making money and we're like not feeling bad about ourselves anymore.
Tell that to my bank account.
Right. Well, Amanda always seems to like have some kind of, financial catastrophe happening.
Always. Oh, there's so many people here. Hello, everyone.
Hey, guys. Hey, friends. Okay, so Julie was here right away. Hey, Julie. Hey, JB. Hey, Betsy.
Is anyone else having a weird day today?
Hey, Beaker. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca, I got your message about Katy Perry, and dear God, I am being driven insane. Truly. The calling themselves astronauts is where I am over the line. I'm over.
JB says John is as much of an astronaut as them. More, maybe.
You know what? Well, guys, I took a plane last year. I rode on a plane last year. You know what? Call me a pilot, bitch.
People were posting that moment from Friends where Rachel's like, I went to the zoo yesterday. Now I'm a koala bear.
I put that on our Instagram, and that's what Rebecca responded to. Just get yourselves prepared because baby, I am. I'm locked and loaded. I do want to start off with a couple of things.
Let's do some housekeeping.
Something exciting, and I know this has nothing to do with ours. I'm about to hit 5,000 followers on my TikTok for Open That Doll. Like, literally, when I clocked in. Logged on here, I was at 4,999. So you could maybe be my 5,000th follower.
This is on YouTube?
TikTok.
Oh, because I'm like,
no,
YouTube?
baby.
Really?
YouTube. Oh God, if I had 5,000 on my Open That Doll YouTube, I'd be like dying. No, I have 340, I think. So check that out. Also, just yesterday, guys, we dropped this bomb on you.
Did you guys
and just like that season 3 trailer reaction. And you know what? I was really thinking we were being really ahead of the game. We're on top of our market. We're like, shit, we're gonna get 50 new subscribers today.
I think we lost
this and we lost 2. Explain that to me.
People are loving and just like that too much, and they don't want to be haters yet. But don't worry, you guys, get into season 3, and you're all going to be haters just like us.
Also, we do have our Patreon. Check that out. This week, we're doing the episode of Smash. This one has Nick Jonas. He looks 12 years old, and they try and imply that he's going to like bed Ivy in like a random bedroom at a party. So I'm just
Your 5,000 followers, JB.
JB! Booyah!
Thank you.
Oh, that's Boots. That's
Boots.
Jean.
So many aliases. All right.
Gotta slide in under the line. Okay, so check this out. Patreon.com/podinthecity. $6 a month. You get an extra episode every week, and you get early access like to this week's episode, which was called
Frenemies.
Thank you. I've forgotten.
But you see Scarlett's boobs in it, boys.
Who wants to see some titties? Well,
They're
guess
nice.
what, guys? Here.
Get it while it's hot.
Topics.
And now I'm moaning the blue.
Really quickly, John, before we recorded on Monday, God, that was a long day. You were like, I have the space thing had just happened, and you're like, I'm gonna do an extended John's moms about the space thing, and I was like, oh yeah, that did happen. And I was like, I guess you can. I don't know if anyone's really going to be talking about it. And then now it's the only thing I'm seeing. And it's the only thing I'm thinking about. The only thing I'm laughing at nowadays.
I will say the one guiding light of this week is that this what do I call this? This
ride
to the outer layer, to the utmost point that you can be considered space.
Yeah.
The one shining light is that collectively the world is disgusted by it and think it's a complete travesty and a complete crock of shit. And in fact, what I've also been loving is that now the celebrities who are involved are so butthurt that people aren't being like, wow, you're the first all-female mission in space. They wanted us to literally, at the second they walk off there, just be like,
Queen, snaps.
Be like,
women
female empowerment, baby. This will inspire the youth of America to go to space. In fact, stupid ass Gayle King, who I thought better of. Oh my God. Sorry, Mandisha. Like I said, I'm heated here. All right. Stupid Gayle King, who I thought better of. I really kind of did think better of her. She's the one who's been running her mouth now the most, being like, yeah, well, have you been to space? Have you been to space? Well, when you're in space and you're an astronaut, you can let me know.
That's crazy.
Gayle, I'm going to need you to take a short walk off a long plank or whatever the hell they say. A short, whatever the hell, long walk off a short plank. I am so disgusted. And you know what? I am reeling because there were actually two. Now, I do want to take a pause because there were two actual scientists.
There were. I haven't heard any of them even open their mouths to speak yet, though.
They haven't been allowed because every time you see an article about this, it's like with Lauren Sanchez. Oh, baby. Oh.
I didn't even know who that was before this.
It's Jeff Bezos's blow-up doll, guys. It's Jeff Bezos's blow-up doll and human torture device. She looks like she's trying to be Jocelyn Wildenstein, and I don't judge, but I hate this bitch.
Heather says, I don't know why Sally Ride went to space. So,
they're calling themselves astronauts. They are calling themselves astronauts. And there is literally a clip where Lauren Sanchez is in the background and one of them is talking. And Lauren Sanchez is like, you're an astronaut. You can say anything you want. And I'm like, my head's going to explode in a way that hasn't, because the truth is, and this is coming from someone who I'm an advocate for, one, children's empowerment. Yeah. I was a teacher for umpteen years. Okay. I am all for young women feeling like young girls feeling like, oh, wow, I see someone doing something I thought I couldn't. Now, tell me what, except, I do want to pause because we have a former NASA rocket scientist, Aisha Bowe. She is the Black girl there who is the first Bahamian woman to space. Good. Love it. Now, unfortunately, I still do not feel this was really going to space. And I hate to shit on you. And then we also did have another actual scientist, Amanda Nguyen, who she was the first. She actually was trained for this. I've come to find out now that the others did a 2-day training course.
Oh my God. It's like a put-in rehearsal.
Let me tell you, to become a realtor, I had to do more training than that. To become a realtor.
I had to do more training
I'm just like
deliver alcohol to people on Uber Eats. I had to take more of those.
Well, you know what? You're an Uber Eats you deliver for Uber Eats, so you know what? You are a business owner now, Amanda. You are a business owner.
I'm a chef.
You're a chef. You're a chef.
You know what? What I would compare this. What I would compare. I'm sure I'm not the first person to say this. The not reading the room of this is the exact amount of cringe of the Imagine video at the beginning of COVID.
Yes, agreed.
It's like
this was actually more.
They're like, what? They're like, we thought that was really going to inspire people, and like literally everybody somehow Wendy's is shading. Oh my God, Katy Perry is the worst one. Honestly, she's the most obnoxious. Oh
well, okay. Just gird your loins here, because the thing that I think really was bugging me is, one, they're judging Katy Perry a lot because in the 10 minutes, guys, remember it was like 10 minutes that they were there.
11 door to door.
11 minutes.
Yeah.
She, instead of like looking out the windows, was like staring into the camera, doing this with the
that is crazy
little flower.
Oh my God.
And then this was something I saw in the original video. She holds up this little like butterfly cutout.
Yeah.
And she holds it for a second and then she like lets it go like all dramatically and it kind of floats around. Now, do you know what this is? Do you know what this butterfly is?
No, what is it?
This was her revealing the set list for her new tour.
Oh my God. Who told her to do that?
This is freaking laminated and poorly cut out. You can tell. Oh, guys, no. Katy Perry deserves to flop. She has flopped because no one bought her new album and no one likes her anymore. So continue to flop, loser. I'm so disgusted by all of this. You know what? The two women who are actually scientists, I give them complete grace in the situation. I do sadly feel like they were used by Jeff Bezos and Lauren Sanchez as like tokens in the situation. I'm just going to be real. To actually have real scientists alongside Gayle King and your girlfriend who has absolutely no fucking experience in anything besides getting plastic surgery and being who she is to you. I was going to say a word, but Amanda told me I'm not supposed to say that word, allegedly. So anyway, I hate her. I hate Jeff Bezos. I hate the whole situation. And you know what? I'm teetering where there are people being like, it didn't look real at all. Like it looked fake. And there's a piece of me that wants to believe that it's just fake. I don't believe that, but.
Well, Wendy's is shading Katy Perry. They post, I mean, I'm loving all these like Gen Zers that are like in charge of the teams at like the social media team. They were, can we send her back? And then Kesha was seen later like posting herself. Wendy's hilarious. When Gayle King, this is when I first started actually caring, with when I saw this interview where she's like, I just my own friends thought that it was not a good idea, and just the story that she told about Katy Perry and how she sung "What a Wonderful," and then Katy Perry said, I don't want it to be about me. I want it to be about the world. But then she did sing "Roar." She did end up singing "Roar."
Oh, she did?
Oh, up there 11 minutes. Yeah. They begged her. You were up there 11 minutes. How did all of this happen?
And what? Up in space, you want to hear go, I would rather open the window and be shot out into space than I cannot stand this woman. I'm disgusted. My real also question is like, where were there we didn't need helmets. We didn't need, I forgot the detail that, guys, those sexy spacesuits they were wearing, those were designed by Lauren Sanchez, or like she helped design them because she wanted to bring spice to space.
The song was "What a Wonderful World," JB, but it in 11 minutes, Katy Perry managed to show her set list, show a flower. I don't even think she looked out the window into space, by the way.
There
Then,
was a moment she did, because she was like, guys, look at the moon.
yeah, look out the window, you dumb bitch. But anyway, she sung "What a Wonderful World." This is what Gayle King said. She's like, and then we said, Katy, sing one of your songs. And Katy said, no, I want it to be about the world. So she sung "What a Wonderful World." Anyway, she ended up singing "Roar" as well. That's kind of how the story goes. So she sung both things.
Danielle, I definitely was kind of hoping for a, what was that thing called? Odyssey submersible situation.
It's crazy. Like, this is so crazy. But I mean, all we can unite
there's so many comments. The
yeah,
comments
people are all of the memes are so fun. Like, everyone's take on this is unified in how funny this is.
It's
Katy.
I think the cherry on top is that we need to be not exalting this. It's driving me crazy. And I do think there was a point that no one has pulled out, except kind of, that I didn't realize this was part of their mission. And Amanda mentioned it a little bit. Gayle King in that interview says, what's it called? Blue Origin, I think. They're like, sure. You guys, she's like, you guys, Jeff Bezos is a brilliant, amazing man. And Blue Origin, you don't realize they're going to try and take all of our garbage and waste from the world.
Wild.
And shoot it into space.
Yeah. And we're like,
so let me get this. Let me get this effing straight. Humans are going to destroy the world, Earth, and then we also aren't good enough at that. We need to now we need to shoot the things that destroy the Earth out into space to destroy everything else. Humans are a stain on everything. We should have never been created to begin with. End of story.
Should have ended with a dinosaur. Have anyone researched that? What happens when you dump a whole thing of garbage into space? It doesn't affect the whole like solar system at all.
I would think it would like shatter into a million particles and then rain down on us.
I would think so too. Firing
guys.
Garbage. Yeah. There we go. But
let's
I mean, honestly,
let's all take a nice big deep breath in.
But some of the comedians on TikTok are so funny about it. Like, I saw this girl. It's like, this is Katy Perry now, where she's like, guys, what's the gravity outside today? Oh, I mean the temperature. Oh God, that keeps happening. In space, you worry about the gravity and not the temperature.
Katy Perry did give an interview before she went to space, and here are literally direct quotes. They're like, "So Katy, what are you excited about with this?" Well, I'm really excited about learning more about STEM. And like all the numbers of the stuff, like how the equations work. And Katy, you couldn't have prepared for the interview a little bit more. Do you even know what STEM means? What?
It sounded like that beauty queen answer that was like, and very much such as.
Yeah. Okay, let's move on because
Is anything else like upsetting? Well, this is pretty upsetting. Aimee Lou Wood here. What is it? I keep wanting to say Reed, but it's Wood. This is news from last week, but like,
okay, well, first, technically people spotted her and Walton Goggins like hugging or stuff like that in other places. So they believe they're both cheating on their spouses or partners with each other.
And then they unfollowed each other on Instagram.
They're definitely not helping the situation.
No.
You guys know how I feel about cheating, so there you go.
I like posing for photos like this, just like off the cuff, and then posting this to Instagram.
Like, I get that I do think that, trust me, we've all been not we've all. Amanda and I have been in shows, except usually she's in a relationship in the shows I was with her in. So it wasn't like she was trolling for dick, but I get the way this goes. You fall in love with your co-star or whatever, you're turned on by them. Now, I don't really remember their characters though in White Lotus. Like, they didn't have any sex scenes or anything. So
no, they were always fighting. He was always being mean to her, and she was
so I don't know how you would be like.
But don't you think that this is what Jason Isaacs was talking about, that messy queen, this past few months, where he's like,
I actually think he might be talking about Parker Posey.
Why?
I saw an interview with him where he was saying they were asking him about the the kids or his family, whatever they were called, the Ratliffs or whatever. And he's like, which one of them would party all, or which ones would go party all night? And she's like, probably all of us except for Parker. You know, she has her thing or what. Like, I can't remember the way he answered, but all the comments were like, oh, so I guess people were alluding that Mike White does a little bit of favoritism, or like, which, shocker, if I was working around Parker Posey, I'd want to hang around with her too, probably not
I don't
Jason
like her after
Isaac.
that Blake Lively interview, honestly. That changed my opinion of her drastically.
I'm disagreeing, because what I'm going to say about that is I think that was an uncomfortable situation. I also think times were different. And
yeah.
I'm going to put way more on Blake Lively. I think that if I were in that situation, it is an uncomfortable thing where you don't want to be like, hey, lead of the movie that I'm the co-star in, or I'm like the supporting. Hey, shut the fuck up! You're being rude. I don't know if
would have done that.
She didn't really though. Oh, guys, Anna Kendrick and Blake Lively's new movie comes out, Another Simple Plan or whatever. And guess what, guys?
Already happened and like went away.
Straight to streaming.
Oh, is it? Yikes. Anyway, that sucks. By the way, I just love that Jason Isaacs was singing like a canary through this entire White Lotus season. He did not care. I love it. Let's talk about this SNL thing though. What did you think of this?
I personally think it was dumb. As a person who doesn't have, oh, you thought it was funny?
No, I thought like the biggest travesty was just that it wasn't funny.
I thought the entire lead up, the rest of the stuff was fine, but the joke that they made about Aimee Lou Wood was that Sarah Sherman, who I don't like anyway, she's like, yeah, I don't even remember the joke, but it was something about how in Britain they don't have fluoride in the water or something. And and basically alluding that Aimee Lou Wood's teeth are fucking fucked up. Now, comparatively, her teeth aren't perfectly straight, but mine aren't either. So that's why I'm going to go to bat for someone with teeth like that.
Also, remember the days of Top Model when Tyra would have girls chisel a bigger space in their teeth? That was wild.
I do. I really think that veneers and that whole thing is going to, in a few years, people are going to regret all of that. So I stand tall for being like Aimee Lou Wood, go off girl for keeping your teeth. But in SNL, they were alluding that they were like disgusting and rotted, not that they were just like buck teeth or whatever, which they made, even then, it's like you couldn't think of something better to make fun of that character for.
No, it's just not funny. And it's just not reading the room. It's like, if this was the 90s, that joke would have landed, but it's not.
Even then, there still would have been a chunk of people that would have been like, really?
Yeah, but Mike Myers would have fucking done that in a heartbeat. He said he would have been Aimee Lou Wood in the sketch.
Well, that might have landed. I think the problem is Sarah Sherman in general. I don't find her funny.
Jody hates her too. I like her.
There is a commercial with her and one other person from SNL. I can't remember. And it constantly plays on one of the streaming services somewhere, or maybe it's on YouTube. And they have dandruff in their hair, and they're playing like rock guitar in a garage, and they're like playing it like this, and the dandruff is like flying out of their hair, and it's like about Head and Shoulders shampoo.
Yeah,
it's not funny. It's gross, and I don't think she's funny. Why is she the new Kristen Wiig? Girl, no, never.
No one says that she is though.
Well, then who on SNL is the Kristen Wiig?
There's no Kristen Wiig.
There you go.
Bowen Yang.
That's the problem with SNL, and that's why I hate it.
Eka Nwodiem's pretty good. Heidi Gardner could probably leave now. She's overstayed her welcome. I'm trying to just go through the women on the show. They need
I love, this is coming from a person who I grew up watching SNL with freaking Sherry O'Terry, Molly Shannon, Anna Gasteyer. Any of those people, give them a movie and they could lead it. Sarah Sherman? Maybe.
It's this new comedy. Anyway.
That's maybe my problem is I am becoming a full-on fuddy-duddy Just wait till I talk about Coachella here a little bit.
Oh,
Oh,
let's
wait.
get into, that's next. It's next on the list, Joan.
I know. I think my photo. Oh no, one of my photos didn't load. Which, oh God. Anyway, okay, guys, this is all I have to really report on from Coachella. Is Gaga? Gaga, where's Gabriel? Gabriel, you're not here, but
where's Gabriel? Like our
Gabriel's like our one Gaga, other Gaga gay. So sorry, no offense, Gabriel, if you're straight.
So did you can you watch these performances?
I think you can watch her entire performance on YouTube, maybe. And she did a full set. She did a bunch of songs from Mayhem. She also did a bunch of like recalls back to her old songs and transitions and Easter eggs and just everything. This woman is a performer, baby. She writes her own music. She actually has a vision. Can you say that, Katy Perry? Can you say that? You're just a culture vulture, Katy Perry. She's my new hate. Anyway, here's another pick. I just love Gaga. I want to go to they're doing the Mayhem Ball. She has a tour, but she's only doing it in like 10 cities.
Oh.
And Arizona's not one of them. And I'll be honest, I wish I was the type that would like
travel,
plan a trip to go somewhere to see a concert, but I'm not doing that. I'd rather plan a trip to go like somewhere else, not to like Texas.
Gaga like a Seth MacFarlane? Where it's like, you're so talented, but like, I would never want to be in a show with you.
No.
It's insufferable to work
No.
with. You don't think so?
I think I would queen out with her and we'd be besties.
Okay. Even after
my difference, though, she's a woman.
Of the movie with Bradley Cooper, the 100 people in a room, even after all.
Oh, God. Well, now I will say, I think in an acting situation, I bet you Lady Gaga does take herself very seriously. But I love her. I think she's amazing. And I love her performances. I love her songs. I love all of it. I've been obsessed with the album. There's this cut in Garden of Eden, one of the songs. Again, Gabriel, where are you? I need you. Anyone who knows Garden of Eden. There's a dance break on it that she does in Coachella that people have been doing on TikTok. And I've been practicing it. You like shake your ass back and forth and you're like, oh, she's going to be in Vegas in July.
Hey, you were just in Vegas.
I know, I was just there. Anyway, I might think about that because I really want to go see her in a concert, not one of her like, jazz things that she does. I want to see this like full-blown
Tony Bennett era.
One cool thing, you're not going to give a fuck, but Lady Gaga's like new choreographer who's like working on with her in this era is Paris Goebel, who was the choreographer for like Rihanna for like ever. And she also did Rihanna's Super Bowl halftime show, which to me is one of the best ones. Like it was like, I wish Rihanna wasn't pregnant during it. I'm all over the place here, guys, but Rihanna was pregnant during her Super Bowl halftime show, which I think if she weren't pregnant, it would have been better because she would have been able to like pop some puss a little bit more. But the people around her were killing it. And so I'm excited for all of that. Isn't that exciting? Anyone else like Gaga?
Anything else? Wait, anything else about Coachella or just Gaga? You don't care about anything else?
There's another weekend of Coachella, and there was some other things like Benson Boone.
Yeah.
And that's all I wanted to talk about.
Oh, I know something about Coachella that May, the guitarist for Queen, like came up out of the stage.
Brian May. Mm-hmm.
That is so depressing. Like that makes me so upset. Because you don't know like Queen? That doesn't.
That part makes you depressed. Yeah.
That they didn't know who he was. That's crazy.
I think they probably know what Queen is, but they probably don't know specifically who is in it. And we have to remember, Amanda, we're like 20 years older than the people at Coachella.
Yeah, but I just think that we would know if someone like from the generation before us was announced, we would know who they were.
Unfortunately, I feel like I would be at Coachella enjoying whatever I'm enjoying.
Drugs.
Like everyone else there. And they would be like, it's blah, blah, blah. And I'd be like, who is that?
That's true. That's true. That is true. It's very overstimulating. I wonder how many minutes I could last in Coachella before
I could last
having a
0.
panic attack. Yeah, 0.
And I could last longer than you. So I think
You
you
definitely-
wouldn't even make it there. And I'd probably make it 5 minutes. Because I can disassociate.
The heat alone. I could sit in like a yurt with an air-conditioned yurt. And I would just like sit in there all day and like be on TikTok while I like listen to music.
They do have that. It's $5,000 a person, but the nice thing with that is you get the yurt that's air conditioned. You get the food. You get VIP passes. You get backstage shit. Like I would.
Where am I
that would be the way I would do Coachella. Anyway, one cute thing happened.
Where am I shitting was my question.
Oh, where are you shitting? There's toilets.
Yeah, but are they like public toilets?
I think in the one where you pay $5,000, they have. Yeah, they would be generally public toilets, but like they'd be nicer than just a porta potty. Okay, anyway, guys, Doechii was at Stanford, and there's the clip I saw of her is she's like, "Where my gays at?" And they're like, "Yeah!"
Aww,
and then she's like, "That's a lot of gays." And she's like, "Killing
it." Good. She got more of a response than Brian May did.
You know what? And you're at Stanford? Go off. You know what? I also want to say a big up to Stanford. Who knew I'd be like shilling for an Ivy League school? But they are standing up to Trump's bullshit a little bit.
Harvard.
Oh, Harvard. Sorry.
But I was gonna
same diff. You know, they're standing up to Harvard, to Trump's bullshit a little bit. Don't even get me started.
We're not.
That's where I'm.
We're not gonna. All right.
All right. Next, Amanda. Right. RuPaul's Drag Race.
Tell me all about it.
Guess what, Henny? I'm pretty sure the finale is this week.
Yeah, but All Stars 25 was just announced.
Oh,
I didn't know any of the queens. Oh, was that your surprise?
That was one of my surprises.
Okay, well, it'll be like hearing it for the first time because I don't know any of the queens.
Okay, well, this week on Drag Race, they did the Lollapalooza. And last week, I was asking for justice for Susie Toot. And guess what, bitch? She won the Lollapalooza! So she won
off last week, didn't she?
She got kicked off. But now, like last season, I think they started doing this thing where they have all the kicked off girls do a like lip sync SmackDown thing.
Oh, yes. Oh, I like that.
The week before the finale. So she did win. Good for her. Go off, Susie.
Okay, so she's back in.
No, she just won $50,000.
So can we really quickly talk about that season where they did that? And it wasn't All Stars.
They were doing that a while because they brought Kenya Michaels back at one point. And she got kicked off immediately.
But it was a showdown where that Silky Nutmeg Ganache, where like one of them refused to come back to duel with her. So she did that performance like by herself. And it was like she was like split in half and it was like so good. And she just conquered, like she won every single thing. That's like to watch.
It was All Stars 8 or 9. No, not 9. No, maybe 6.
I think it was 6. The one where Sonique won.
Yeah. So each week, the two people the person who'd get kicked off would then face against like the person who was kicked off last week in a lip sync thing. And that was an exhilarating episode because Silky kept winning every single one.
It was cool. And everyone backstage was like, holy shit.
Yeah, which was cool. I liked that.
Who was it that refused to come back?
I think it was Akira. And I don't think it was that she necessarily refused. I think it was just like, she was like, well, and you know what? I kind of get it because if you are on Drag Race and you're the girl, you've already been kicked off and you're the girl that like somehow fights her way back in, they're going to embarrass you on the next episode and you're going to look stupid and get kicked off anyway. Just
anyway,
saying. When they brought Morgan McMichaels back on like All Stars 3 or something, and it was just like, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
That was weird. Okay, so like Amanda said, I had a little build up here. 18 Queens Tournament of All Stars RuPaul's Drag Race All-Stars new season streaming May 9th.
Oh my.
This
Do you have do you have the names of the queens that you want to read?
They haven't revealed the names of the queens yet. There are speculations of who they are. Now, the way that they're doing this is when they say Tournament of All-Stars and 18 queens, basically, I think what they're doing is splitting them up either into, this looks like they're splitting them into 4 sections. But I don't think 18 splits into 4 very well. I'm assuming they're going to do 3 groups of 6. And they have, I don't know how long they're going to do it for, but they're going to go through each of these groups, and then the winner of each, the 2 tops of each of these groups will then move on to something else. We'll see. Jujubee is not on it.
Maybe. Well, I feel like Ginger Minj is going to come back. Let's bring back Latrice again, too.
Ginger Minj is coming back.
Is she?
I haven't heard necessarily, but I've seen things of people being like, I just got spoiled of the final 2 of All Stars. Let's just throw the season in the garbage. So I'm curious to see who the final 2 are going to be. So.
Can you watch this even?
I can. That's why I'm actually going to watch it and talk about it, because it's on Paramount Plus.
Oh, me and Jody just got that subscription too, ad free. Okay, well, maybe I'll watch that. I guess we'll
do it. Oh my God, you'll have to, because then we can actually talk about it. May 9th, babes.
If I know at least half of the queens, then I'll watch it. Maybe.
I think you will. I think there's some old ones from a while ago, like
Delta.
I don't think they'll ever bring Delta back. Because, she had the drama with Rue and all of that.
Makeup, yeah.
Okay, so another thing that's going on right now, another reality show, is Celebrity Big Brother UK. We touched on this last week, I think, because Jojo, our girl Jojo's there. Well, Jojo and Mickey Rourke have been having some problems. In fact, Mickey Rourke seems to be having problems with everyone.
A kind picture of him right there.
Oh, well, this is airbrushed to hell and back, because on the show, he looks as though he was run through a washing machine and then pulled out and allowed to air dry without unwrinkling it. You know what I mean? He looks horrible, and he is horrible. He's told a woman that she's a terrible cook. He's told women that they're ugly. He told Jojo that if he stayed longer than 4 days, that he would basically fuck her into being a woman, being into men.
Yeah.
Well, guess what, guys? He got kicked out. Actually, he didn't get kicked out. He got removed.
Yeah, he got like Willem.
Because he was going to fight someone, I think. He was on the verge of fighting someone. Because they said something to him, and he got up in their face, and they're like, "What the?"
John, you can't go after a man's ego; it's very fragile.
Well, you know what was exciting me?
Wait, hang on. I have something to say about Mickey Rourke really quickly. I was listening to Beyond the Blinds, and
he should have won the Oscar.
Okay, no, perfect segue, Joan. Kelly from Beyond the Blinds, who me and Jody are going to be doing a collab with. She's like, "Okay, guys, we're done with Mickey Rourke." And for all of you that are holding on to him because you love the wrestler, it's time to let go. And I was like, oh, she's talking directly to me, because that's literally all I've been like, well, that movie's really good. I saw it twice in theaters, and he should have won the Oscar. But now I'm kind of glad he didn't win the Oscar. But Sean Penn won. Is that any better?
Pretty sure. Doesn't he beat women too? Isn't that his background, is beating women? I have an idea. I have a fucking idea for the world. Could we stop exalting beaters and rapists? I'm over it!
John, you really do need to stop screaming into the mic. It's really outrageous. This episode is unlistenable right now. All right, let's talk about this thing with the Jojo coming out. Did she write? Did she say that she's bi? Is that what's happening here?
Oh, okay, you did see this. So
I
Jojo
did.
has been kind of flirting around with this guy on the show who I guess was on Love Island. His name I think is Chris. He's they've been flirting weirdly, or I don't know. To me, I would say it doesn't necessarily seem like flirting. It seems more like like gays backstage at a dance thing who are just like really touchy-feely and whatever.
It's how dancers act in the theater too.
Yeah, but he's, I guess, not gay. So they had this moment where they're sleeping next to each. She's sleeping on the floor next to his bed for some reason. They're having some kind of conversation in the dark, and she's like, "Hey, like, there's no way you're asleep. Like, give me your hand. Let me just write something on your hand." And she's like writing something, like. And people are like, what did she write? What did she write? People allude and think that she wrote that she is bi.
Yeah.
Joshua, you're right. Joshua says Jojo is unfortunately socialized to flirt with everyone. Yes, 100%. That's kind of her thing, is like, and unfortunately,
she's a child star in a very abusive show.
Though I will say this, the clips that I've seen of the two of them, I would think if you like women, you wouldn't really be doing all. Anyway, but who knows? Who knows? Allegedly, people think she's saying she's bi. I just think in general, Jojo is just on a journey of self-discovery.
Would that be irritating to you as someone from the gay community? Maybe I should be asking the lesbians this. But because she's been on such a direct, like, I'm a lesbian. Is that irritating to you that now she's like, if this is true, that she's like, no, I'm actually bi and I am attracted?
I actually don't think she's really been outright saying she's a lesbian.
I guess she's more just being obnoxious about everything.
I'm gay. I'm in gay pop and all of that, which.
Okay.
My prediction, someone's going to hate me for this. Someone did come for me on something I said on our review, our recap of the trailer.
They did?
Talking about Rock, and because I was saying, is Rock gonna like transition because of doing Forget About the Boy? And they were like, I don't think Rock's trying to transition. They're non-binary. Which I was like, okay. Well, I feel that that Jojo is going to transition at some point.
Oh, transition, or just say that she's
be a man.
Oh, okay. And then you think she'll stay like that?
I think she might then be bi. Because she might want to be with men. Like, I could see her wanting to be with gay men.
Okay.
When she's transitioned.
Okay, well, all that said, I think the Celebrity Big Brother, this has probably been her best showing in a really long time. I feel like people are liking her a little more in this, especially because she did stand up to Mickey Rourke a lot, and she did hold her own.
She did.
I think that this might be the best choice she's made career-wise in a very long time.
You know what? It's given her a chance to, one, like, she came out of here getting to be the victim for a second, which that sounds, oh my God, I don't even want, that sounds bad the way I'm putting it, but you know, everyone looks at her as being this annoying, like, know-it-all, know everything, be great at everything, I guess. And so to see her in a vulnerable state, it was probably good for the world. And then to just see her in this regular place, I do wish she had, I hate the outfits that she's continuing to wear. She's still wearing those like bedazzled, ugly ass outfits where I do think she needs to make a wardrobe transition as well. Pare it down, girl. You could be like hot.
I like the rainbow hair. I thought it looked really pretty. All right, well, let's talk about this fucking psychopath.
Speaking of pretty.
Yeah.
Ramona Singer is obsessed with Facetune, I guess, because she loves
wild.
Okay, she posted this, and it says, Kenzo Lauren wrote, I'm screaming with this edit, Ramona. And then Ramona responded 2 hours later. At Kenzo Lauren, well, I didn't edit. I guess my gorgeous gay friends did. LOL. Like,
I mean, this is a great picture. If that is, I mean, that
is this a great picture, Amanda?
If this was like if this was just a random girl in a picture, I'd be like, wow, that's a really beautiful, like 35-year-old.
Let's say you had a photo and someone edited you to look like this. Wouldn't you take that as offensive?
Oh, I guess I never thought of it that way.
If Ramona's really saying her gay friends edited her to look like this, I'd be like, why'd you edit me? Why'd you think what, you think I look ugly as myself? You think I need to be smeared across the face with whatever?
I just think it's so funny that she's not like just saying like, haha, yeah, I was nostalgic for what I used to look like or something like that. That could have been just a great response.
You think, wait, do we know historically Ramona to take accountability or be honest?
I don't really know her that well, but no, I know that she doesn't.
So that's, yeah. From the little you know, you're correct. No, she would never. Speaking of slight transition here, Real Housewives of Atlanta is continuing. I like Shamia. And this is the first week after Kenya was fired for her, showing that girl's OnlyFans videos or something. I do think the other girl probably should have gotten fired as well. And I think that, I don't know. Nene Leakes had said that in recent years that some of the housewives were like declassing these shows, which I'm not going to say Real Housewives of Atlanta was ever classy. But I will say there has been like a devolvement in a lot of these to being just like every other reality show where it's like, I'm going to frame this person for this thing. And it's just going to be all about how we fight with each other, about me talking shit about your husband, this and then physically fighting and stuff. It's like, that's not really what we're looking for. I just want rich women to sit around, go out with another girlfriend and buy a car.
So like that. So you like Beverly Hills, you think like does that? Or Salt Lake City?
Not really, because guess what, friends? Beverly Hills is pissing me off. And I think
I just TikTok of Garcelle refusing to pose for the cast photo. And I was like, ooh, shit.
Well, they've been teasing
that's very unprofessional, Garcelle. Garcelle, that's unprofessional.
And that's when I wish that Garcelle would have turned around and been like, pay your bills, Doechii. Pay your bills. And then walked out. Because I'm sick of the self-righteousness. And I agree, Costa, the Fox Force 5 can go F themselves. In fact, I'm over this show. I don't even think I'm going to watch it next season. And it really doesn't have anything to do with Garcelle or any of it. It's like, what storyline do I give a shit about on this? I don't. Because they act... Erica Girardi is bugging. She acts like...
You were loving her this season. Well, or the gays were loving her this weekend. Or this season.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Because we're pissed at her because she sued Marco for all these outfits that she never paid for, et cetera, for her thing. Erica is out there being like, come on, Garcelle, like, come on. Like, all of us have dealt with backlash from this. And I'm thinking, okay, so the backlash that Garcelle has faced is a lot different than the backlash you've faced, Erica. Your backlash has to do with you and your husband defrauding children and the elderly out of their money. Garcelle's is about another castmate sicking bots to send racist messages about her son. Those two things do not compete. I am sorry. So shut your damn mouth. I'm sick of it.
All right. Well, how's that reunion going other than that?
Dumb. I'm over it. And good thing it's over. I like Jennifer Tilly. And again, Jennifer Tilly is giving me what Real Housewives of Beverly Hills should be. So if they could center it around her and then fire Erica, fire Dorit, and fire Kyle, honestly, just fire all of them and just have Jennifer Tilly round up some of her friends and make it about them.
Yeah, but that's dangerous though, because that's what everyone loved Heather in the first season of Salt Lake City, and then she got too big for her britches, and then she's like the worst now.
I think the difference here is that Jennifer Tilly is already an icon.
Yeah,
and Heather Gay was a nobody, and then thought she was an icon. Jennifer Tilly just is an icon, and she's rich as fuck. So.
Yeah,
I kind of just feel like she doesn't give a fuck. So
she showed up in an episode of Modern Family that I was watching the other day. She's
really
great. Yeah.
She is great.
Well, she's really good.
Lovable too. I just love her. Erica Giardia, right? The Valley was on. I didn't even know it was on.
Well, I feel like you sent me stuff about this, haven't you? Well, anyway, the Valley premiered, and I watched it because I assumed you were going to.
I didn't realize something's going on with my Apple TV where it won't show me the shows that I like. It's kind of messed up. Anyway, go. Sorry.
Oh, well, I didn't watch this show, but I'm totally in. A lot. So I saw a comment the other day about Jax that I was like, and I'm currently still watching Vanderpump Rules, and I just ended the episode the season where Jax breaks up with Brittany at the end, and he's like going to that Reiki shit, and then he's going to like he's like, what's his Reiki? Kelsey. He's like, Kelsey told me that when I feel like the whole thing was just so fucked. And like one of the comments for the Valley like sneak peek that was shown was like, Jax is somebody that should be absolutely used as a study of like true sociopathy for like, and like I'm not even saying that in a like funny way. Like
No,
I think this is a like he should, and I honestly think he might be open to being like, yes, come and study me, watch me walk about my life.
I don't know about the being open part because Jax has been doing a lot
he
of damage.
talks openly about what a piece of shit. I actually
is he now? But is he doing that now? Because I don't feel like he's taking very much accountability now. He's trying to put all the blame on his coke addiction. But
well, you'll like this season because everyone is holding him accountable, including there's a whole scene with him and Tom Schwartz where Tom Schwartz is like, I can't back you on this, dude. He's like, I didn't know you could get that dark.
What's Jax even really doing?
Well, they're just setting up kind of all the little inner workings. But right now, the story is that like he got like physical, they're alluding to that there was violence when he found out that Brittany was like seeing one of his friends. And so that's when Schwartz was like, I just didn't know that you could be like that bad. And then Kristen Doty at the beginning is like, I've been friends with Jax forever. I've seen him treat women like absolute garbage. And she's like, but the way he's treated Brittany is like on a totally other level. But the season I'm watching in Vanderpump right now, she gets out like, because he breaks up with her at the end of the season and she's out there and she's flirting with guys. And it's like, oh my God, Brittany, you were almost out. Like she had a smile on her face again. She was feeling herself. And then it's like, you get sucked back in and there's 10 more years after that.
I have to say, I'm not giving much empathy to Brittany because you got Gabriel, babe. I was like, I shouted you out 7 times when I was talking about Gaga. I was like, is Gabriel here? Gabriel. So I don't know. I'm kind of feeling like Brittany knew what she was getting into. Like,
yeah, but you've never gotten back together with a toxic ex. It's like,
why get with him in the first place? That's my question.
Well, he's like hot and he's charming and he's a sociopath, John.
But she reached out to him from across the country almost, being like,
no, they met in
I'm going to be your country bumpkin.
Well,
I can't.
You're going to watch it though, right? Because now I'm like in.
I'm definitely going to watch it. I didn't know it was on only because my damn Apple TV, something happened with it where it typically would be like up next and it would show like this would pop up and say new season. Yeah. It hasn't been doing that. So,
well, that Jesse guy is like worse than Jack somehow. He seems more just.
He's horrible, and he called his wife like a prostitute.
Oh, yeah, he did that all through this episode too.
I'm like, damn. Well, someone who is on queen status, sorry, not sorry, is Katy. She was on the Viall files. I didn't listen to this crap because I cannot listen.
I did. Well, first, actually, let's talk about this because I forgot to say this last week because it dropped on last Wednesday. Allie Lewber was on. I really hate Nick Viall too. Fuck that guy. What a fucking performative feminist.
And why is he how does someone like him rise to be like this high ranking?
Because he's a performative feminist, but I think he actually hates women. Because when Katy started, let me rewind here. So Allie was on, she said that Lisa Vanderpump called her and said, you should get back together with James. It was like a month after like she had moved all her stuff out. She's like, he needs you can't leave him at this time. So then the next day, Katy was on the Viall files and he asked her about it. And she's like, that doesn't surprise me at all. Lisa called me and said I should stay with Schwartz for the exact same reason. But then there's a few things where they were talking about, the ex of that girl that won the Trader, Gabby, whoever her ex, Clayton. They're talking about him and how he's posting cringy videos. And Katie's like, yeah, no, he's really cringy. But Nick Viall's like really good friends with that guy. So he started kind of pushing back with Katy. And like the woman hatred comes out very clear when these men get upset. And Katie's just sitting back and she's like, I don't know what to tell you. She's like, I'm not allowed to say that he's cringy because he is.
She has a line that I loved. And there's it's a back and forth where she's like, yeah, a straight white man. Oh, I'm really worried. I think he'll be fine. And then Nick Viall's like, hey. And it's like,
So, yeah, no, we are talking about
You,
you.
if you are a straight
this
white
at all.
man and you cannot sit there and say, I have all the fucking privilege in the entire world, then you deserve to be slapped. I'm sorry. I'm a gay white man and I can sit here and say that I have almost all the privilege in the world, except a little bit, because I'm gay.
You know what we forgot to say at the beginning? We need to promote our 420 special, which we are doing.
Well, because it's up in the air and it's like, okay,
we're doing it now.
We'll let you guys know. I personally would like it to be pre-recorded.
We might go live, guys. So stay on. Just keep subscribe to. I guess it's not going to be on this channel, but subscribe to Love to Hate Everything channel.
Well, we would share the link.
Oh yeah,
I don't know.
You know what? If you're subscribed to both channels, we might go live tomorrow and record our 420 special. We'll
see.
It'll be the regulars. We're gonna play Cards Against Humanity. We weren't gonna do it, and then yesterday me and Jody were like, should we maybe send out a text and see who can do it? So it'll be most of the regulars, and we'll just hang out.
There will be other people there.
Yeah, it'll be you, me, Jody, Julie, and Justine.
Oh, okay.
Nick can't do. Nick's like, I thought we weren't doing it. I'm like, yeah, we did too. So we had like a bunch of plans. Anyway,
is Nick doing it?
Nick can't do it. He has a voice lesson and he has a date night. Anyway.
Oh, that's cute. I guess I'll just be home alone.
I canceled a date for it. Okay. Chappell Roan was on Las Culturistas today, and it's a good interview. She comes across as wildly unlikable, and yet I continue to not have any problem with her at all. You don't like her. I would not listen to this interview. If you think
I'm not going to. I'm going to just, with her, I think I'm getting to a point where I'm just going to stick to the music.
That's honestly probably good. I like kind of what a bitch she is. I love it.
Trust me, I'm totally on board for all of it. I do think, though, I have slight agitation with her in relation to Donald Trump, and I'll just leave it at that. So
all right. Well,
here was my surprise for Aminata.
Okay.
Now,
all right. What?
This week on Jeopardy, check it. What is this guy saying right here?
Oh, I actually watched this.
Damn it!
It's okay. No, you can talk about it. I'm sure I was stoned as fuck when I was watching.
He says, let's try Oh Mary for 1,000. And then I'm like, wait, what? And then it goes to Oh Mary is a category. And it says, here's Mary Todd Lincoln.
I mean, I learned a lot.
I was dying. They're giving the questions and talking about, going with Abe to Ford's Theater and just all of it. And I'm just like, oh my God, I love this. I just love it. It's such a cool crossover and it makes total sense. And I also just love it for Jeopardy because they're non-binary. This is a non-binary person dressed like Mary Todd Lincoln on Jeopardy.
I know. I do love
it.
And they're super funny and all the read. And I just imagine the behind the scenes of this. As a person who used to do theater, I can imagine being super jazzed that you get to be on Jeopardy. But it's also that must have been a 2-hour recording session for him, between shows one day where you have to stay in your costume and read through all these. That's all I can imagine is how much that must have sucked to do.
Now, I think that I have an attachment to Jeopardy and Wheel of Fortune. My grandma and we used to watch both of those because they'd go on back to back. There'd be Jeopardy first and then Wheel of Fortune. And so, God, if I got to do anything with Jeopardy or Wheel of Fortune, I would just feel so cool. I'd be like, oh, it's Jeopardy.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, Alex Trebek, obviously.
Canadian hero.
Passed, I guess. So.
You wanted to go into the movie corner?
Guys. Whoa. Sounded weird. I have been, I'm doing a new thing here. I'm trying it out. I'm going to watch a movie that is streaming and available at home.
I love it.
So that people could actually watch it. And then I'm doing a movie theater movie. Okay, so my movie at home this week, I watched Clockwatchers, this was from 1997. I first saw it because I was like, wait, Toni Collette and Parker Posey?
We talked about this on I feel like you might have talked about this on one of our very early. I know that I've talked about this on a live before.
Not with me, because
Maybe Jody talks about this.
Maybe because I was like, wait, Toni. First of all,
maybe
I love Toni Collette. huge Toni and Collette fan.
Obviously.
Connie and Carla, but see, I'm deep from Connie and Carla, babe. That's where I really fell in love with Toni Collette. And then when she did Wild Party and all of that. So seeing her in this, and then, Muriel's Wedding, all of it. Parker Posey, Lisa Kudrow, and Alana Ubach.
Alana Ubach got like actual billing in this. That's good.
Yeah.
I love that.
I don't know if she really did, because I think on the original poster, I think it says the other three.
Oh.
Anyway, so the idea here is that Toni Collette is a temp worker at an office, and the other three women are other temp workers at the office too, that were there when she arrives. Toni Collette starts off very meek and very quiet and whatever. And then she, of course, becomes friends with Parker Posey, who is wild and over the top, and who then kind of brings that out of her. So what I would say is, like, this movie is very 1997. Okay. So as someone who lived through the 90s and whatever, it is not 2000s comedy. It's not current day comedy. So it's not like you're gonna be like, whoa, my God. Like there's crazy shit happen. It is.
They would have like the big teeth in this movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This is more of a quiet movie where it's like these you're like, oh, these characters, and like it's very of the 90s. So if you're into that kind of vibe, and of course these women, watch it. I'm pretty sure I watched it on
It's okay. Everyone knows how to Google
Peacock or Max or something. Clockwatchers from 1997. But it's totally available to watch at home. So you could do that today. And I do think a lot of the people who watch us on here would probably really like it.
All of those women are like exactly in that perfect, like the same caliber as each other. And you know who else I put in this movie? Catherine Hahn.
Oh, yeah. I wonder if Catherine Hahn, though, was like a little too young at that point.
Yeah, but I'm just saying she fits into those exact women who all should have Oscars and are like chameleons. By the way, she was on Amy Poehler's podcast this week, and it was just really fucking fabulous. And do you listen to Amy Poehler's podcast?
No.
At the beginning, she always interviews somebody, like a friend of the person she's going to interview.
Oh.
And this week, she got Patti LuPone. And Patty's like, hello,
I heard about this. Because it's Patti LuPone, and she's introducing who?
Catherine Hahn, because they're in that movie.
Okay, yeah, okay. I'm going to then have to listen.
She's very Patty about it.
Love it. I love that.
Anyway, we saw another movie in the theaters.
Wendy's Front Yard loves Clockwatchers.
Oh,
I don't like
someone
the way I
else
just said
told me
that.
about it. It must have been Nick,
Clockwatchers.
maybe.
The other movie I saw, I wasn't going to see this, but somehow I got 80. It had an 80 on Rotten Tomatoes. It's this movie Drop, okay? The reviews were saying it was Hitchcockian.
I bet it isn't.
It wasn't. And when I did go see this, it was at 10 o'clock at night. Amanda would shrivel up if she walked out the door at that moment. And I was the only person in the theater. That doesn't mean that this hasn't been selling, because I've seen a lot of the shows have been selling for it. The idea here is this woman is on a date. This is the woman who was in White Lotus season 2, who was with Theo James. I don't remember her name. She has blonde hair.
Theo James. Who's Theo James?
Theo James was the one who had the big dick, who was gonna fuck Aubrey Plaza in season 2 of White Lotus.
2. Oh, yes, her. Oh, I love her.
Yeah, love her. She's great. Okay. You were
trying to think of her. I was trying to think of her name, but continue.
I don't remember her name, unfortunately. And then it had the guy who plays the boyfriend in the movie that Blake Lively and Justin Baldoni had all their shit.
Oh,
whatever his name is. He plays the guy she goes on a date with. The idea here is this woman has her husband, her abusive husband, has died at some point. She has not gone on a date since, and she has a young son, okay? So she's talked to this man on the dating app for 3 months before they finally decide to go on this date to this restaurant that's like, the restaurant is like one of those that it's like the top of a building and has like huge panoramic windows. And
Calgary Tower, and it spins. Oh, by the way, the woman's name is Megan Fahey.
Megan Fahey, okay. Yeah, she was great in this. The movie itself was kind of stupid, but so they have their dinner and everything. It comes out that she starts getting these like airdrops on her phone Like the first one's like a meme where it's like a splitting off of two highways where it's like you are like the worst night of your life or something like that, and like you going down to the worst, like, whatever. All these dumb memes, and she's like, what do I do? The person starts contacting her through this app. That was my one problem with this, is like, if they had just kept it to like Apple AirDrop or just like AirDrop, I'd be fine. But they added in this
drop.
That's what I'm saying. They added in this like app that like allegedly through this app, if you are at a restaurant, you could open this app and there would be a detailed list of every person that is in this building with you, with their name and a photo.
Like a Wi-Fi symbol, but you'd also have your name and all of your information.
Like, so that to me was like, okay, because that was the one way they were like, well, who in this building is doing it? Well, I see this person on this list. All these people are accounted for. And it's like, huh? Anyway, the movie was kind of dumb. I wouldn't go see it. But
okay, great.
There you go.
Is anything even in theaters right now? I'm going to Final Destination with Justine when it comes out.
Final Destination Bloodlines is what
I wrote it in my calendar, and tomorrow I'm going to, Friday I'm going to Guys and Dolls with Justine and my dad.
Oh yeah, I'm looking right now at I'm looking at the movie app, and like,
like what's out?
There's nothing good. Like,
the Minecraft movie is out.
I did
that gay shit in it.
Hey, who has seen Minecraft movie? Is it as gay as like are Jack Black and Jason Momoa like gayish in it? Because I would see
Black
it if
is in like a huge powerhouse movie right now. Like, I was not expecting that to do well, and it is. And I love that Jack Black is getting like,
Jack Black though has been getting his flowers, especially where it really set off was
during COVID. His TikTok videos during COVID, I feel like he came back a lot.
Oh yeah, but I think where it really went off for younger people was when he was Bowser in the Super Mario movie, and he had that Peaches song where everyone was going wild for that.
And he was really good on the press tour. Like he's like a Robin Williams in the fact that he will bring 7,000% to whatever interview he's doing.
Oh yeah, and he just seems like a super likable guy.
I think everyone says that he is very likable. Again,
I do want to see a nice Indian boy that has Jonathan Groff in it.
Oh, he can be spitting all over the place. Do you want to wrap this up with some TikTok?
Yeah.
Okay.
TikTok, you don't stop.
All right.
My first TikTok is I have now been following this woman named Miss Fifi. She does like prank calls to places, which I know Amanda finds.
Oh, there we go.
Amanda finds that mean.
It is mean.
But these are things where like calling a movie theater and asking them to pause the movie so I can go pee. So she'll be like yeah, I'm in the movie theater. Can you guys can you pause the movie so I can go pee? And they're like, ma'am, what? Excuse me? And she's like, yeah, I'm in the movie theater. I really have to go pee, but I need you to pause the movie. So she'll just do these long things, and then she'll play multiple characters. She'll play some other lady who's yelling at her from the side. That's the part that I think gets me, is there's one of these, the first one that I saw where she plays like 7 different people all being like, hey, it's like, hey, she calls someone, is like, hey, would you stay on the phone? Because we're trying to do this TikTok trend, right? And have you seen the one where it's like, I'm not the birthday girl, I'm the birthday girl's mom. I'm not the birthday girl, I'm the birthday girl's auntie. Have you seen that?
No, but all I'm thinking about is the hostess who's getting paid $14 an hour to have to deal with this bullshit, hungover as fuck at a brunch shift. What? Can you speak up? What do you need me to do? Okay, continue. I mean, I have acting of people that can do this, but
my thing is, if I worked at a place like that, to me, this is like innocuous. It's not like she's calling in bomb threats or anything. Oh, guys, I forgot. This is important. I just saw a little picture here. You know who I hate? Morgan Wallen. You know who I also now hate? Especially Tate McRae, who people are saying is like the new Britney Spears. She's doing a duet with Morgan Wallen.
Oh, is that Kyle Richards' not girlfriend?
Who?
Morgan Wallen? Who's Morgan
Morgan
Wallen?
Wallen is the douchebag who walked off of
Oh,
SNL
okay,
to go to
yeah.
God's country.
Is Kyle's girlfriend also named Morgan?
Morgan Wade.
Okay, so that's like
Yeah, close. I was
linear.
like, I'd much rather she was doing a thing with Kyle's girlfriend than this
Yeah.
racist bigot piece of shit. But oh well, Tate McRae, go have the career you deserve, which is shit.
Okay, I mean, I never cared about it, but here's like the upside of TikTok here. Now, what I love about this, okay, so this is the Chinese people who are like selling wholesale directly to. I mean, I'm seeing it, so maybe they'll sell it to Canada too. But it's people, distributors in China, being like, "Do you want laundry pods? You can get them for $1 each here. We'll send them right to you. You just wait a couple weeks and we'll get them. We'll work it out. We'll send you free shit." And the thing that I love the most about this, the creme de la creme, is that the US can't shut this down because China owns TikTok. But then, as I'm saying that, I'm realizing, well, they can just ban TikTok in the US again.
This is probably going to lead to an actual ban of TikTok. Though all of this is like a reactionary to stupid ass Trump and his dumb tariffs that he is wanting to bankrupt everyone with, and except for rich people.
Yeah.
Because he's wanting to put like huge tariffs. So now these Chinese companies are like, oh, we'll just sell directly to you. Fuck it. These laundry pods are like 5 cents.
The tariffs only get added for like really large orders, so they can just ship them to us. And I feel like they're gonna they'll work out a deal with the delivery system. But again,
they've been doing a lot of exposing. They're saying like Hermes bags cost like $12 to make, and they're showing
it's the same quality as what you'd buy in like Chinatown in New York. So you might as well just buy that.
Well, and I feel kind of dumb for not realizing this, but like they really are like, hey, these companies take these bags, they take them, they have them 90% completed in China. They take it to Italy and they put like their little hardware piece on it, and then they put made in Italy on the bag. Yeah. And it's like,
or like an extra thing is stitching.
Yeah, basically everything is made in China. And what I'd like to remind the people of the United States is that like people don't want to work in factories here, do we? I mean, we can't get people to go pick vegetables in fields. So I'm not sure how we're gonna like fund these fill these factories with workers. I'm confused. So I think we need to keep exporting.
Disconnect. I agree. Anyway, that's what I shop at Value Village exclusively though. So like the tariffs mean nothing to me anyway, clothes wise.
Okay, well,
you have some fat booties to show us.
I thought I would just end with this. Their name is Sam Vass. And this is just a 3-er. It showed like from the side, and then this one was all the way from the back. I mean, I don't want to say what I want to say right now.
BASSS. Sam Ass.
Almost all his videos are like this, and I'm like, good for you, sweetie, for getting 1 million views on a video of just you standing there with your butt. And I can't even get 1,000 on my things that I actually work
Yours is so wholesome. Oh, did you see somebody like wants to send you a Barbie?
Yes. Yes. Who was that?
Sorry, I freaked you out there. Someone send us a Gmail. We can address it next time.
Yeah. I wanted to talk about it on our next Patreon. So
okay.
I think about
your butt. Jay Schwab wants you to show your butt.
Show my butt. Unfortunately, like my butt is not like that. I definitely wish I had a big fat ass.
Mine was kind of like that. I've had a bubble butt. You can set a drink on my ass.
I have just it's there. I definitely wish it was bigger and fatter, but that takes genetics. So anyway, we love you guys.
Yeah, stay tuned for Sunday 420. We'll be dropping an episode, but we might go live tomorrow. We might not. We'll see.
Before you guys run, could you hit the like?
Yeah.
I know you're all subscribed already, but could you stay after a minute or two and leave a comment down there and share?
Go to this video at the end, just like that season 3 trailer, and engage, share it, baby. And check out our Patreon where we did Smash, the Cost of Art with Nick Jonas. Can't get away from this guy. And we also have early ad-free episodes. And this week we did Frenemies. We're rounding out season 3. And just like that starts May 29th. So I guess we'll just do the movie in 3 parts.
I don't think we can do the movie yet because we haven't reached that point in Sex and the City.
But we need something to do on the main feed for 3 weeks.
I don't think so.
Yeah, there's only 2 episodes.
How many more weeks? There's only 2 episodes left?
Yes. We'll figure it out.
We'll figure it out, guys.
Anyway,
we'll see. We love you guys so much. Hit the like, hit all that shit, and bye!
Let me play this little music. There we go.
Thanks, Rebecca.